tying Steve Largen's single-season record. And you had any communication with him recently as you approached that record? And what would it mean for you this early in your career to break a record that's lasted now 35 years?
No, sir, I haven't been able to communicate with him here recently, but just to break a record that's been standing for so long, it's just a blessing just to be in this position and, an amazing opportunity I have in front of me.
John Boyle.
Can't remember if you've been asked this already, but what did you think of Nick Valor's Photoshop job a couple weeks ago, borrowing you for the pick?
I mean, I really don't have anything bad to say about Nick Ballor's photoshopping job. But we're gonna work out here this off season, so we can. Hopefully, he won't need a Photoshop next year.
And on a serious note, what have those special teams guys meant to this team this year and everything they've been able to get done?
Great. I mean, anytime we need a spark, whether the offense or defense can bring one. Cody Barden, BBK, Penny Hart, Freddie Swain, Nick Ballor, Michael Dixon pinning, the other team, flipping the field is just so amazing. What they bring to the team, and not to mention Tyler Ott's consistency and Jay Myers knocking, I think, like 50 straight field goals in. So, I mean, their performance speaks for itself.
Joe Fan.
DK, how satisfying is it to run through a dude's face on third down the way you did on that last touchdown drive?
Well, I kind of thought he slammed me on my neck. My face mask was a little dirty when I got up, but I mean, it was a sigh of relief. But Jake was able to catch a more crucial third down and put the game out of their reach, and then our defense came in and closed it out.
Jen.
With all the different things that have happened to you for the first time this year, whether it's Largen's record, going to the Pro Bowl, what's the significance of being part of a division title?
Won but not done. We all set to have bigger goals. I mean, a division title is great and all, but we have our eyes set on a Super Bowl. So take it one game at a time and finish out the season strong and carry our momentum into the playoffs.
Brady.
Who came up with one not done? Where does that?
I guess we probably saw it at the same time. I have no idea who came up with that idea, but I walked in the locker room and the shirt said one not done, and it was just awakening that even though you win a division title, you're still not done yet. You have bigger goals to reach. So we're not done yet.
And more important question: your hair color. How do you decide what color to go with every week?
It's very spontaneous. Like the day of, like an hour before I sit down in the chair, I'm like, I have to have my mind made up. So green was pretty spontaneous this week.
And how often are you changing?
Every 2 weeks. Yeah.
Art.
DK, after the loss to the Rams earlier in the season, Pete talked about a change in emphasis with Russell, and there was obviously you're dealing with a lot of too high safety defenses. What was the conversation with you about how things may be different as opposed to the big explosive plays in the first half of the season?
I mean, I think defense started to catch on that they can't stop us from throwing the ball deep, so they have to find another way to beat us. So the team started going too high. We kind of went through a little hiccup in the middle of the season, but now we got it figured out. So it's just going to be interesting to see how teams are going to stop us moving forward, because if you play too high, we're going to run the ball, and if you try to load the box, then we're throwing it over your head. So they can pick their poison.
Michael Sean.
Hey, DK, when you and AJ came in the league, did you guys have like statistical goals you guys wanted to reach in year 1 and 2 and stuff like that? And if so, where was the Pro Bowl on that?
No, we didn't have any statistical goals. We just knew what we had to do and how we were going to accomplish that. And we know each other, so I mean it's no surprise.
How special is it for both of you guys to be having the years you're having in year 2?
Good, but not done.
Bob Condotta.
Hey, Michael Sean actually sort of just asked what I was going to ask, but you were asked about breaking Largent's record earlier. But what doing that in year 2 of your career? I mean, is that something when you got drafted you could have thought would have been possible, or?
I kind of looked up the record last year and saw how far it was toward the end of the season, so I knew it was going to be on the agenda this year to break it. I got to start small, start with Largent's record, and then hopefully move on up to Calvin's record.
Curtis Crabtree.
Yeah, DK, given the injuries you saw you guys had at running back last year, how nice is it for you guys to know that Chris and Carlos and Rashad are all there for you guys right now as you're entering the last week of the regular season compared to where things ended up last year with everybody going down there?
Right. I mean, it's great, just to see Chris Carson, run a guy over every week, or Carlos Hyde take for 30, and then just to see Penny back out there running, it's amazing to see. I know it's a blessing, just to see him back out there, knowing what he's gone through. And I know he's worked real hard in rehab. So, I mean, we got a three-headed monster back there. Can't wait to DJ Dallas for him to get back. He brings a good energy to the team. So, our running backs are just fun people to be around and fun to watch.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Thanks, DK.
Russ for MVP. I'm still not going nowhere.